Hello and welcome to a Sunday rant. Sometimes they're ranty and sometimes they are trying to be informative and sometimes it's neither. Sometimes it's just me riding through the world and talking about stuff. Well, this time I'm talking at home while I rode yesterday on my bike, but the mic was not charged, so I couldn't do it while I was doing it, which is probably a good idea because I was very huffing and puffing on my bike. So here I am talking on top of it, but at least you see some nice scenery in addition to me in the corner. The state of guitar YouTube. There have been videos about it by some friends of mine, other people. I didn't see them. I don't need to see the videos to know what's going on. Clicks are down. Views are down, therefore, blah, blah, blah. Revenue is down in terms of affiliate and all that. Of course, if I get less clicks, then less people click on my links to buy things. Now, why is that? Is it because we're all just now paid shills? Well, you know what? Most of us, not all of us, some of us are paid shills. Absolutely. I will tell you that straight away. I know that for a fact. But most of us are not. I'm not. Never have been. There's a product sitting over there that I could have gotten money for to review. That took me 2 days to evaluate and talk to the company and make example recordings and all that stuff, to then say I cannot make a video because it's not good enough. And it's a new company. I don't want to trash their product. I don't want to, ruin the company. But I told them very clearly what needs to happen for their product to be successful. So much for the paid show thing. We talked about that at length in other videos. So why is guitar YouTube boring all of a sudden? Or why are clicks going backwards? Are they? I don't think they are. A little bit of an analysis. The cat's screaming. What do you want, Tommy? We found a cat in the field and can't be at Leslie's house with all the other cats, so he's here with me, bugging the crap out of me. Where was I? Oh, why is it going back? Okay, COVID hit. It's a little thing called the pandemic. And a lot of people started their YouTube channel because there was nothing else to do. So after COVID, there are now a lot of emerging channels. Some of them great, some of them hobby dudes, some of them people that want to turn this into a business. Maybe they did lose their job during COVID. Nobody's blaming them for anything, and everyone working in their niche, whether it might be more metal-based stuff or the blues, or some people focusing on checking out speakers, all that stuff. But with more content out there, with more programming, the time of the viewer is divided amongst all these channels. So when, let's say, before I would get 20,000 clicks a video, now there's so many more videos to watch. Some of them might be topically more interesting than what I'm doing. So of course, people will flock to other channels. If you watch 5 guitar videos a day, which is ridiculous, who does that? Some of you might. Well, then you have a lot more videos to watch, which means the standard channels you went to are, of course, getting less of those clicks. It's simply, it's the same thing as with music. There's more on offer, which means each individual band gets less clicks, plays. That's just the development of YouTube and the thing in the whole social media thing in general. And nothing we can do about it. It's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing for me because, I was there for a while. I was a bigger channel. It's now affecting my clicks, but that's just literally nothing I can do about it. Come here. That's Tommy. I didn't name him Tommy. He had a better name until someone named him Tommy. Okay, so attention divided among the channels. That's one thing. Next thing, don't know if you've noticed, but world's going to shit in a handbag with what's going on in the States and tariffs and, unstable politics everywhere. Now, possible Middle East war yet again. So, on average, people are not very eager to buy gear because you don't know if you're going to need your money next week for groceries, or who knows what, or with all the stuff with AI going on, who knows where jobs are going to go. Maybe jobs are, very likely, definitely jobs are going to go away. So people are careful with spending money. So what is the first thing that gets cut? Well, the hobby gets cut, right? The one pedal you buy every month to have a new thing on your board, to be inspired, to play a bit more, to practice and write new riffs. Well, that pedal needs to not be bought, because those 200, 150, 249, whatever the pedal is, you'd rather spend them on groceries or health insurance, and you save them up when the AI all takes us out, whatever. So I'm going to say a world feeling political situation is driving people to buy less gear, which means channels purely like mine focused on gear reviews, which are in-depth to inform you about whether or not to buy this, whether or not it fits your style, your needs with ins and outs and all that stuff. That's what I do. I do in-depth reviews, which are meant to inform you so that you can make an informed buying decision. Well, if you're not in the market to buy at all, well, then my videos aren't going to get clicked. Now, someone might click on Andy's Gear of the Week, which is more of a news show about the gear that came out. So you're informed about the gear, it's there, which is interesting. But then you're not going to watch an in-depth review of it, because that is there to inform you whether you want to buy it or not. And you might know, yes, I want to buy it, but I can't because I have 5 cats and 2 dogs and whatever. That's my situation. Now there's 6 cats. He's not staying. The neighbors adopted him. He's just staying for now, till the neighbors move in. Anyway, so a non-gear buying world, or less gear buying world, is going to consume less gear focused content, right? I don't know about the clicks on lesson channels. Maybe we're all just depressed about the world in general and we want to practice less. Don't know. So I don't know how that's looking. But definitely divided attention because of a lot of new channels. A more conservative buying habit now, which I'm not criticizing. It makes sense. Okay, I would be the last guy to say, spend the money on a pedal and use my link so that I can eat. But in the end, your kids don't have, pencils in school. Or would have to reduce your doll intake to 2 dolls. You might get that reference. Doll intake. You know what I'm trying to say. And then there's a third thing. When it comes to the content that's more conceptual, right? Like, let's say that pedal show. Now, they've always done the what's a good pedal platform amp. That's a great video, okay? Or something like Red Shawl did, what is the sound of orange? What do you need? What do you use a Fender Champ for? Or pedal order, or stacking pedals. All these conceptual things that inform us and teach us about how to work on our tone. Now, those are great videos. They're evergreen videos. However, YouTube's around now for close to 20 years, not quite. All of them have been done. Guitar tone isn't that complicated. I know we often try to convince you that it is, and that miking a cab is like this magical thing where every millimeter counts. It fucking is not. Cone, middle, go about here, SM57, done. You want it warmer, put a ribbon on it too, done. It's not this mysterious thing that nobody can figure out. So if there are 10 videos about that and you've seen them all, you know how to mic a cab. You know it after the first one. You technically know it after what I just said. Which means, do we need the next video on how to mic a cab? Do we need the next video on Chinese V30s versus UV30s? Glenn keeps making that same video over and over and over again. Glenn Frick at Spectre Sound Studios, and others as well. And, you know, speaker shootouts. I mean, after a while, you've learned about speaker shootouts. Pedal platform amps. There are videos about that. What's a good pedal platform amp? Again, that pedal show has a lot of valuable content about that. Pedal order, stacking, time-based effects. You know what? All these things are learnable, and once you've learned it, would you really want to watch the next video on pedal order? How many videos, oopsie, on pedal order? What's happening? What's happening? How many videos on pedal order do you need? Well, yeah, exactly. The ones that are already out there. So I think the guitar YouTube scene is saturated with the information that really can be done about guitar tone, guitar setup, guitar building, wood selection, tone wood versus not tone wood. The videos are there, more than enough. So what new content can we come up with? For me, it's easy. The new content is whatever the new gear is. I review gear. So I'm not desperate to find the next topic because I just review what's out there, the new gear. But since that doesn't necessarily get bought, an in-depth review doesn't get clicked. So the decline of guitar YouTube, I don't think it's there. I think just the clicks are divided amongst more channels because there's cool new dudes that people should watch. And I'm inviting some of them to Gear Street this year. You know, always new channels. Let's make new friends. A more conservative buying habit is affecting gear-related channels, and gear-related channels that talk about how to use the gear are running out of ideas after doing it for 10, 15 years because we've talked about everything. You know? So for new players, yeah, new content could give them the new video about pedal order. What comes, you know, drives into whatever modulation, pre or post effects, and so on. But they could also find the old videos and watch those. The information already exists. Is there a need for the information to exist again? Some channels keep repeating themselves and really doing the same content over and over, and desperately trying to look for new interesting stuff. But I mean, it's electric guitar. It's a piece of wood with string on it. Not a lot has changed in 60, 70 years, whatever. So how do you make new and exciting content when everything's been said? And maybe everything's been watched. Again, for me, whatever the new gear is. There will be new gear, there's new developments in gear, all that, I can talk about that, but it is not the conceptual stuff. The conceptual stuff is going to be hard now to come up with something that isn't a repetition of something that's been done a million times, because we have now reached that saturation of informative videos. Now we should make silly ones, put more cats in them, and you know, I just keep making gear videos until I don't make gear videos anymore. That's, I think, the idea. But I think that's the whole thing about the decline of guitar YouTube. I don't think it's declining. I think those reasons are there to change viewing behavior. Of course, reels and shorts. Apparently, a lot of people don't have the attention span anymore, and they'd rather doom scroll through shorts in 10-second increments. I don't get it. It's absolutely irrelevant content for me. Makes no sense. I can't do an in-depth review in 10 seconds. So for what I do, shorts are silly. Leslie makes my shorts. She has an AI cut them out from my main videos, and she goes and picks the most embarrassing, stupid things I say and posts them. She doesn't even check with me anymore what she should post. She just posts it. And it's fine. It actually gets some clicks. But I don't care. They're not informative. They don't hold a lot of value for me in the guitar world. Now, if someone does what Carlos Asensio does, like in a 5 or 10 second clip, give you a little lick with a tab, that's cool. That's good, valuable content. But just, shorts for the sake of shorts. Shorts are good for other areas. For guitar, guitar doesn't even fit into the vertical format. So, okay, we've already talked about shorts in a different video. They annoy me. Right, Tommy? Right, he said right. Okay, that's it. The Decline of Guitar YouTube. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed. Wow. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Reviews coming throughout the week. Good stuff happening. Cool things from brands. I'm looking at it right now. I can't tell you. But good stuff. And well, thanks for watching. And Animals at the end.
I guess that's just married life. Small imperfections amount to sublime. So we better hold on tight. There's no one I'd rather have in by my side. I guess it's just clock